All right, new knife day. This is the new Paramilitary 2 Lightweight, featuring CTS BDN1 steel, fiberglass-reinforced nylon scales, a compression lock like only Spyderco can do. Comes from our friends at Adept Knives. And stay tuned, I have a promo code for you. You're gonna wanna stick around. I'll also have it in the description, but let's see what we have here. So this steel blade gives us high performance, nitrogen-enriched stainless steel, gives us excellent balance, and a high hardness level, HRC 60 to 63, really good corrosion resistance. And as far as specs go, that blade length's gonna come in at just under 3.5 inches. Overall length, when we have it open, just over 8.25 inches at 8.29. Closed length is 4.82, and the weight's gonna come in at 2.8. I think my scale is off maybe 1/10 of an ounce, so it may be a little different, but 2.8 ounces is the official weight. That's a quarter, 25% less than the G10 PM2 version, so if anybody's keeping score. And a quick look at that blade with the Spyderco logo, made in Golden, Colorado, just like Coors beer, yay. So let's get a look at the length again. Let's get it settled into a ruler or a scale and see. And by the way, we have 4 other knives that we're gonna measure up against this guy. And so my scale, as you'll see, says 2.7, the official weight's 2.8. So I think my scale's off by maybe 1/10 of an ounce, and you'll see that later when we measure some of our other knives that we're going to show today. Say hello to the Manix 2 by Spyderco. I've had this for about a year. Just some specs here. We're about 3.37 inches on the blade. Overall, it's about 8 inches. Closed, it's 4.66 inches. And its weight's gonna come in right around 3 ounces. My scale may say 2.9 or 3.1, but the official weight is 3. It has a caged ball bearing lock, also black FRCP or fiberglass reinforced copolymer, not nylon, made in America. So here's a close look at the scales and the blade and the jimping and the logo. So this is a user. You'll see that blade does not look new anymore. I went with a khaki colored lanyard, which seems to work, and really like this knife. And you also see how this fits in a pocket, which I put a lot of weight on that, how this feels to carry it. If we're gonna call this an EDC knife, what's it like when you're carrying it in the back pocket of your jeans? So let's see if the weight really comes in at 3 ounces and 2.9. So I think I'm consistently 0.1 of an ounce off. So keep that in mind. And let's put these side by side and see how the Manix stacks up against the new Paramilitary 2. Very similar, different blade styles, slightly different handles. All in all, very similar form factor. And you're gonna see this again with our next knife, very similar in form to these two. Let me introduce you to the Spyderco Tenacious. This was my first Spyderco. I think I paid 50 or 60 bucks and it was money well spent. This particular knife, as far as specs go, it's 3.39 inches of blade. The blade steel is 8CR13, so more of a budget steel. I don't have any complaints. It gave me an opportunity to practice sharpening. Overall, it's 7.77 inches in length. Closed, it's gonna come in at 4.38 inches and its weight's 3.7. Remember, my scale is probably gonna say 3.6. So let's take this as an opportunity to look at these two knives side by side. So the Para 2 on the top and the Tenacious on the bottom. Still, again, very similar form factor. I noticed that I had the pocket clip on different sides here, not an issue. But there they are, side by side. And some close-ups. Let's get a look at the scales of the Tenacious. I can reverse that pocket clip if I want to. And there's the Spyderco logo, the 8CR13 indication, and also a user. You can tell this blade hasn't lived in my pocket forever. And the other side of the scales, you'll see once we reach the blade here that it does have the China stamp, so this was made in China, not USA made. And again, the Spyderco logo, and this blade has some wear. I use this knife. And let's get it on the scale again. So we're expecting 10.1 off, and there we go, 3.7. We know this is a 3.8 ounce knife. So let's go ahead and get the stack going. We have the Paramilitary 2. That's our featured knife today. That's on top, and then our Manix 2 on the bottom or below the Para. And then on the bottom is our Tenacious. They all look like they come from the same family. So let's turn them around. 3 good-looking knives. They must run in their DNA. What do you think? And a profile view. And we're getting pretty close here to bringing in our third of 4 knives for comparison. So say hello to the AliExpress Smock Replica. This one's interesting for sure. It's a Spyderco Smock Replica I picked up off of AliExpress a few months ago. The original is the C240, the Spyderco C240, designed by Kevin Smock. This is not the real thing. It's a tribute, a replica, whatever you want to call it, clone, knockoff, whatever. Specifics on this, it's the blade itself, we're just under 3.5 inches, 3.46. When you open it full, it's gonna be just under 8 inches at 7.95 inches. That's a G10 carbon fiber handle, and the on paper, this looks competitive, right? It sounds competitive when we snap it open. It's or at least that's what we're being told. It's hard to tell when it's, these replicas out of China. The dimensions almost a paramilitary lightweight. It's heavier in the pocket because of the G10 over what's likely full liners, so lots of metal underneath, at least we suspect it is. So at the point these replicas sell for, the risk is low. If you don't like it, you send it back. It's really never an issue. I'm keeping this one. It shows up sloppy, it locks up wrong, it just doesn't feel right, send it back for sure. This one I'm keeping. So let's get these 4 knives now, side by side. So there's our Smock replica on the top, and below it we have the brand new Paramilitary 2, both sides. Maybe they're from the same family, but they might have different parents. Maybe they're cousins, because they look somewhat similar, but not as similar as the Para, Tenacious, and Manix. I'll tell you, that Wharncliffe blade I like, and that small hole, which I think is actually small on the real Smock, I can too. You can flick it open from that small hole just like you do the larger holes in the bottom 3 here. So decent looking lineup. And look who snuck in the back door. The Spyderco Bug, because why not? So this thing, we're talking a blade that's 1.27 inches. That steel is, I never run into that. I don't even know what it is. I have to look it up. 12C27. Overall, when you have it open the full length, it's less than 3 inches, 2.94. Closed, it's 1.68. Coming in at 0.3 of an ounce. No lock, it's a slip joint, non-locking. That little handle's G10. This is made in China. I'm not surprised. I'd be surprised if anybody would go through making this in the United States. So being our 5th knife of the day, let's see how this stacks up with the 4 full-size companions. And that boy is tiny, look at it. Could go on a keychain. I don't put it on a keychain. In fact, I keep it in this little box in my glove compartment. But how are these knives going to look in the back pocket of a pair of Levi? That's what I want to know. So first is this Bug, which, it looks like it lost. I mean, here's what's going to put that in my back pocket. I'm going to forget about it. And then I'm going to find it a few days later in the laundry. If I put it in the front pocket, same deal. There's that watch pocket up top. Now, sure, I could put it in there, but I never use that. So again, it's going to end up in the laundry. Maybe in pieces. I don't know how it's going to survive a wash and then the real pocket, again, it's going to be clanking around with change and pens and whatever else I have in there. So I don't know. This thing's more of a novelty than anything else. I don't even know why I bought it. But yeah, it's going to get lost. That's my take on Spyderco Bug and wearability. Now, the Smock replica, let's see what we got here. The watch pocket, no, it's, I don't like it. You're broadcasting, hey, look at my knife, or look at the top third of my knife. The real or main pocket is a maybe. I think that, I don't carry this very often. In fact, when I do, it's in my back right pocket. So let's see what looks like in the pocket. Okay. Yeah, that's doable. Smock is DDC worthy. And the Tenacious, that works. The Tenacious pocket clip on the back pocket of jeans is a thumbs up. Front pocket, you know, that watch no for me. It's still sticking out too much. And then the main pocket, that's a yes. That is by the way, those are 511s, same deal with 505s. And then we have the Manix. So Manix, front pocket, main pocket, yes. Yes, that's tooth there on the Manix. And then the watch pocket is probably gonna fit better than the others. No, it's too long. It's hitting bottomite, so that's a no. That watch pocket's almost worthless between you and me. Now the main right back pocket is a definite yes. So Manix back pocket with the pocket clip is a yes. Star of the show, the Paramilitary 2. This guy's only been out for a couple months, and look at that deep carry. Love it. Love it, love it. As for the back pocket and paper cutting capabilities with the new Paramilitary 2, it's slicing through like butter. I would be very surprised if that was not the case. So that blade comes from the factory, razor sharp, love it. Manix 2, let's see, you know, this is touched up a few times, no major work on that blade, and it's holding up just fine. Nice Manix 2. And the Tenacious, also a user. I've also touched that up a few times. Let's see if I can still shred some paper with this Tenacious. And the answer is yes. I will touch that up soon, but yeah, it's definitely still very... and our Smock Replica. This hasn't had a lot of use. So let's see if that blade out of a Chinese factory is sharp. 3, 4. All right, so I'm gonna say yes. It got caught up once, but I would say 4 out of 5 of those swipes were clean cuts. And now, oh, look at this, the little guy. The little guy wants play as well, so is that blade worth anything? Well, 1 out of 2, 1 out of 3. Well, I'm gonna go on record by saying that is not razor sharp, but I've had knives brand new from the factory that were not as sharp as that little Spyderco Bug. So, still borderline gimmick, that knife, but time to cut some rope. Let's get our new Paramilitary 2 out and see how this handles rope, and it cuts through like butter. Nice. Who's next in line? The Manix 2? Let's cue up the Manix 2 and see how that handles this rope. All right. Not as easy, but it still went through relatively easy. So next in line is going to be our Tenacious. Also a user, and I've cut rope recently with it, so I'm expecting just that. Great. Okay. That brand new Para 2 is winning, but it's also brand new. And then we have this Smock Replica. Also, I know this is sharp because I've cut rope with it as well. So let's see if it's still holding up well, and it is. All right, and guess what time it is? The Spyderco Bug would like to join the action. Hopefully I don't cut myself because I suspect problems. 2, 3 swipes, 4, I know it's off camera, come on, okay. 4 swipes to get through, so, you know, if that's all we had pocket and we're in a hostage situation, you know, 4 swipes. And so, first off, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe. I continue to make these videos, lots of shorts, lots of unboxings, and some amateur reviews, because I'm not a professional, but I'm starting to love knives. Anyways, my takeaway from this little exercise, one, which is front and center, is although I love the Manix 2, I know what I paid for it. And if I were making that buying decision today, I'd be getting the Paramilitary 2 for a couple reasons. One, it's a better knife. 2, I think I can get a better price because of our friends at Adept Knives with code WELCOME to get 20% off. And they also ship very quickly. So that's one observation. 2 is these replicas, they are what they are. They're not gonna be the best knife in your toolkit, but for 30, 40 bucks, you end up losing one, you're not heartbroken because you lost a $200 knife, right? The Spyderco Bug is really, and I hate to say this, but it's really just a gimmick. I can't find a good use for that little thing at all. I said it can go on a keychain. I don't have it on a keychain. I don't even carry a keychain. I carried a little padded box, saw me pull it out earlier in the video. The Tenacious, I think I paid 40, 50 bucks for it. Pretty good for 40 or 50 bucks. Sure, it's at 8CR steel. Not the best steel in the world, but like I said, if you're looking to hone your sharpening skills, that might be the knife to do it. Or if you're looking to enter the Spyderco world, that might be the one to do it with. But if you're making that buying decision where I want a really good knife, I don't want to pay $300, and I want it to last, and I want it to sit really deep in my pocket, I think the Paramilitary 2 is the ticket for you. Anyways, thanks for watching.